Hello, welcome to Gas Studio to talk football. Right, ignore the fact that I am filthy and soaking wet. I've been out doing my patio. I just want to quickly tell you about the all-new Gasputio League Fantasy Football. It's actually called Gasputio League on Fantasy. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, every year the Premier League runs this fantasy football thing that anyone can join for free. You basically register an account on there. I just want to clarify as well, this is not an advert for it. It's just something that we do every year. And then you can choose a squad. Out of that, every week they have game weeks where you choose a team, and if your players perform well, then you earn points, and then that's transferred onto a league table with other people that you're in, and you just sort of compete about everyone about who's got the best knowledge about the English Premier League. Now, I do this every year, and a couple of years ago, my wife started doing it as well. And for a while, she's been on about, she keeps saying to me, and a couple of other people have mentioned it as well, why don't we, sorry, I'm soaked. I've got a towel here as well. She says, why don't you do one for Gasputio? And I think we did actually talk about this about 3 years ago, and I just didn't get round to it. And then, season went on and started, and that was that. But this year, rather uncommonly for me, I was completely on the ball with it, and I've organised it all, and it is all now set up. So it's called Gasputio League on Fantasy, and anyone can join. Now, to join, once you set up your account, all you have to do is then, I think there's an option on the side. In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to dry up and then get a computer and then talk through it. See you in a minute. Right, dried off, we are indoors, I've got a clean t-shirt on, etc. Let's have a look at fantasy football. Now, if you ever hear anyone talking about fantasy football, I've got to go do me fantasy football. You doing fantasy football? What they're talking about is the Fantasy Premier League. Like I say, this is not an advert for them, it's just something we're doing on Gasputio, and we'd like you to join along. So, effectively, go on to Google or wherever search engine you choose to use. Other search engines are available. Tap in, I'll be honest with you, if you tap in fantasy football, this will come up. But if you tap in Fantasy Premier League, you will get this. Now, you'll notice, if you haven't used it before, and I'll show you that in a minute, you've got to sort of log in, and then you've got to set up a little account. Now, do not worry, it is, and I'll put the cursor there, free to play. That's not a sort of trick. It's literally free to get on there and set up an account, and there's no costs when you're in the thing. It's it's all funded by the Premier League, I assume, because it's part of PremierLeague.com. And it's just their fantasy game that they run sort of on the side alongside the season. I guess what they get out of it is promotion of the Premier League. Now, I play this not because I support any Premier League teams, as you probably know from watching this channel, but what I do find it's useful for is just keeping sort of abreast of the players that are knocking around in English football at the moment. And it's useful if you're a football fan, just to sort of get familiar with their names, etc., and see what's going on. And it's also a bit of fun. So what I'm going to do is clock into this in a moment, and we'll take a look at the next page. Now, when you click on the link, you will end up at this page here, very colourful, and you'll notice all the Premier League teams on the top there, etc., and all sorts of things that you can have a look at. But what you want to do is effectively log in a new account. Now, obviously, I'm not going to log into my account in front here, just in case there's any nefarious people knocking around who want to do something horrible. But what you can see already is that there are general leagues on there, etc., and etc. If you're starting a new account, I can't remember where that is. Simple enough. I'm sure you can work it out. You can log in with Facebook. You can log in with Twitter. You can log in with your Google account. For people that choose to subscribe to Apple, I suppose you can log in with that as well. And then once you've done that, you go to a sort of open page where you can select all your players, etc. Right, so once logged in, you go to your sort of game page, I suppose, your team page. This is mine. That's my team name, at Gasputio. You will be able to pick your own team name once you've logged in. And then it's got all the information you need about your team there. So season hasn't started yet. What I did was, you can pick your own squad,
but I decided to start off the season with an autofill. So how it works is you get, what is it, £100,000, I think it is, or something like that. And then you have to pick whatever it is. I can't remember how much the figure is, but you get a sort of set of fictional money, and then you've got to buy players to fill a full squad. Once you've done that, then each match day you've obviously got to pick 11 of them who are going to play for you, and you have 4 on the bench there. When you're in play, how it works is that the people that are in play, so the 11 you pick for your team, if they do anything decent on the pitch, they'll earn different levels of points for that. People on the bench don't earn anything in normal circumstances. And then the idea is that adds on to your total. Now, what's this got to do with Gasputio? Well, I'll be honest with you, it's got absolutely nothing to do with it. But what you can do on there is you can join leagues, and this is what we're talking about. So if you log on with a phone, I think if you click into more, there's an option to go on to leagues, and you can join them. The league that I set up is this one called Gasputio League on Fantasy. There's also other leagues you're in. So there's a public league that everyone's in called League whatever it is. And there's some general leagues there, so I didn't choose to be in these, it just chucks you in them. And then there's an option there, you can create your own league, that's free to do, or you can join other people's leagues. Now, if you haven't followed the link to the Gasputio one, you can click on that. Should click on it, join a league cup, and then it asks you to put, where's the thing? Join an invitational league and cup. And it asks you to put a code in there. Now, the code for the Gasputio League on Fantasy is, and I can't remember off the top of my head, so I'm going to put it on the screen. But basically, you type that into there, hit join league, and then you're in. There it is, Gasputio League on Fantasy. Once you've joined using the code, this is what you end up with. Hopefully, by the time you join, there'll be more people in here. Currently, there's 2 people there. That's me and my wife. And then this will populate. Now, I'm not too sure how many people you can have in a league. I think there is like a maximum number, but basically just join and then we'll see how we get on. And then the idea is we all compete against each other and hey, have a bit of a laugh while the football season runs through. Now, as mentioned earlier, there's no prize or anything like that. It's just for fun. But I was chatting to a friend of mine about joining a league. And what I did say is that, you know what? Whoever wins it, I'm going to buy him a pint. Simple as that, all right? So if you join and you win, somehow I will get a pint to you wherever you are, all right? Now, do join in. Like I said, just a bit of fun. We're not going to labour on about it on the Gasputio channel. What I'll do is I think we'll do a video of it once we started the season. If we get a load of people in there, then we'll do one sort of mid-season, around about New Year kind of time. And then we'll perhaps do another video at the end of the season just to see who the winner is, all right? All right, anyway, I'll put the code up on the screen again. So it should be somewhere sort of there through the magic and technology. And then, yeah, let's have a laugh and get on with it, all right? Anyway, until next time, out the gas.